Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is go time. My name is Todd Grisham. Alongside me, English fighting legend Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable. The fans, everybody around the world, the fighters.
This bout is scheduled for 12.
All the talking has been done. And there's the bell to start the round. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Good one. Look at the hand speed and footwork between these two elite level middleweights. The crowd here cannot wait. They've been buzzing all day long, and finally, we're about to get it on.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter because the expectation from the thousands of people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything, can break a man or make a man.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Which fighter will say no mas? Nice job getting that punch through. Those counter punches have to hurt. That's another scoring shot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Those counter punches have to hurt. Let's talk about Leonard in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Wow, you know, I've been in fights like that.
They ring the bell, and here we go. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nice counter. Johnny, a lot of fighters focus on their defense with their hands up. This fighter focuses on their defense with their footwork, moving on those angles, staying out of danger.
If you want to corner an outside fighter, make them fight off the rope because they don't want to do that. They don't want to stand still. They want to move left to right. Pin them down. Throw a blanket on them.
These punches coming from every angle. Can't believe we're only halfway through the round. Big hooks upstairs.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
The jab not finding its target. Punch, counter punch. Neither fighter willing to slow down. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. And he scores with the counter. Talk about Leonard in that last round. You've got to believe that both of these corners are telling their... We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Who's going to be the first one to get clipped?
Todd, have you ever heard the saying, the true power is behind the throne? It's the cornermen, it's what they say to their fighters, how they pump their fighters up The true power is behind the throne. The fighters are the ones that have got to put it into action.
Well done with that counter shot. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. A perfect counter shot. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Counterpuncher is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Catch and shoot. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Jab misses. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Leonard in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
They ring the bell, and here we go. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
He's going downstairs, trying to dig to the body. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. That big hook doesn't land. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point. These two featherweights are going to let their hands go, you know that.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Both men step back for just a moment. Couldn't land that jab. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Perfect counter lands. Let's talk about Leonard in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
Dominance with...
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Hey, it's the featherweight division. You're going to see a lot of speed in this fight.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around her. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Just missing with the uppercut. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Both of these fighters have had their moments. They are giving us a high-tempo show.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
You don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, Mr. I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Let's talk about Leonard in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
Wow, it's like two different...
And there's the bell to start the round. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Tried to score with that hook, but missed. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walked right through it?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Catch and shoot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. At some point, the corner needs to decide we have to protect our fighter. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Leonard in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this. They ring the bell, and here we go. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
You've got a couple of big units here, so I'm expecting power. You're going to have excitement. You're going to have drama, because when these guys slow down, that's when the punches are going to land.
Those counter punches have to hurt. You'd like to see more jabs. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Tried to score with the uppercut. You'd like to see more jabs. The perfect counter lands. That uppercut doesn't land. This round's still up for grabs. They're in trouble. Let's talk about Leonard in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them. And there's the bell to start the round. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Well, you know, in this division, we're going to see a lot of combinations, a lot of counter punching.
Todd, we know one of these fights can knock you out with a simple jab. They're that powerful.
They threw the hook. It didn't land. Good counter punching. Got to let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. A very competitive round here so far. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Nope, that hook won't score. They threw the hook. It didn't land. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Leonard in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
That uppercut does not score. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain then.
One punch could change everything in this battle. Good counter punching. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Just missed with that jab. Well, Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a terror. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't win.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Punch, counter punch. Let's talk about Leonard in that last round. What would... They ring the bell, and here we go. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. It's always fascinating to watch two good welterweights because they've got blurry hand speed and good power.
This is what you're going to get. You're going to get speed, good footwork. You're going to get punches thrown from head to body. You're going to get a lot of toe-to-toe. When you got fighters at these weight divisions, they'll stand there. They don't need a ring. They need a phone box.
For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
He threw a punch and just got countered. What skill being displayed here between these two middleweights? That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Leonard in that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got the... We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You don't want to trade shots. One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
You gotta ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it. When are we going to see a jab from these two?
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Can't find a home for that jab. Oh, that punch. That hook won't score. Not a lot. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. That counter shot lands. Has to be careful for that receipt. Let's talk about Leonard in that last round. Well, this is the time. And there's the bell to start the round. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Well, you know, with featherweights, the hands are going to be flying. A lot of punch output.
Oh my goodness, what pace, what pace. They're like, do you know what a Yorkshire Terrier is, Todd? They're like little Yorkshire Terriers.
Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. Both men step back for just a moment. Beautiful counter shot. Nice counter shot. Down goes Josh Taylor.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, he's back up, but now what, Johnny?
He's got to waste time. Step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to paw you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it, because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points for losing the round.
Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out for them. He threw a punch and just got countered. How do you feel about that split decision victory, Johnny?
These guys are doing their job right. I'd have called it exactly as that. You know, I might have been a round out or two, but these guys have got it right. Well even fight, even match. I'd have noted that as well.